Mhm. ちょっと掃除しよう。疲れた。そう、これは感じとこう。そうだ。こっち。今夜の花火もテンションも よっこらちょっと。電池どうしよっかな。あ、眠い。 Hey, Mountercy, welcome back. Am I winning against a textbook? I don't think that's possible. I think the only thing I think you can draw with a textbook. I don't think you can win against a textbook. How's it going? Oh, this is the one you were wondering about. Oh wait, we never got to talking about that last time, did we? Um, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where yeah, what's the harm, really? Like there's plenty of more harmful things, right? This is like what's the harm in buying an outfit, right? There's only one way. Oh, seriously? Ah, shit. Well, next time. It'll come back, right? Presumably. My costume football player along with representing a football team IRL. Oh, okay, that's cool. So I didn't realize. So they do like I'm assuming NFL collabs as well. That's cool. Soccer, music, celebrities. Jeez. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I gotta say, right, like we can shit on Fortnite as much as much as we want, but I feel like the fact of the matter is, in terms of like a business, like they got they have a plan, right? Like they're not just like go there, let's make a video game. It's like they clearly got plans. Yeah. I mean, so I've mentioned before, right? Like you know, on one hand, it could be like, oh, they caved, but I think the reality is, if the Fortnite devs make something that makes you want to buy it, like, is that really a bad thing? That like, I mean, I guess there's I don't know. I guess it could be, but it's not like microtransactions are inherently malicious, right? I want to say, like it's at least in my mind, it's a totally valid way of monetization. It's just when they try to force it down your throat. Whereas if they just make a good product, there's no shame in buying a good product, right? I guess people might try to shame you, right? Like there are plenty of people that shit on Apple products, but I feel like objectively, Apple products are just built really well. I mean, you pay a premium for them, but like likewise. So if the Fortnite devs just make a good product, there's no inherent shame in buying it, right? Zero building. Oh yeah, yeah. So I heard. So, but what is the point? I do have to wonder if you take building out of Fortnite, what do you end up with really? I don't know if the gunplay, like at least when I initially looked at it ages ago, right? The gunplay didn't seem extremely unique, right? So I always in my mind building was kind of part of the identity of Fortnite. So, but I realized a lot of people don't like the building. But I do wonder, if you take the building out of Fortnite, though, are you still playing Fortnite? Or yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of distinguished itself enough that it can afford to take building out and still be Fortnite. Maybe that's the point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, but they're still in business, so right, so and they're still getting people's money, so yeah. Well, I mean, evidently, I guess because they can afford to take out building. Yeah, yeah. Don't like building. I do have to say one thing. I don't remember. Were you here like ages ago, at like the very beginning, where I would watch some, Fortnite like montages and stuff because some people would link them and I felt bad. Were you there when I was doing that? Um, I don't remember. It might have came after that kind of died down, but at least initially when I first started streaming, that was you didn't okay. So I this is some feedback I gave to one of the so there were some content creators. I use that label very very loosely, but there were some up and coming content creators that wanted me to look at their clips or their montages and give some feedback, and I had given them some. I had warned them, this is coming from someone who does not play the game, so and doesn't really look at like I can appreciate a good montage, but I up and coming. Well, there were like I don't want to shoot them down immediately, right? Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? But anyway, so something that popped up very often I felt were these, and I don't know. I mean, the cynical part of me would call it an issue with attention span, but a lot of these montages had this issue where they'd Snap, first of all, they were very, very liberal with the number of like special effects they'd apply to each clip, and transitions. They were very liberal with both of those, and I don't mean that in a very good way. Um, and the clips are very short, so you'd be rapid fire. So there'd just be this rapid fire of clips and transitions into next clips with all these, color, like what do you call it, like these like filters and these like special effects. Yeah, except like not made very, I don't know if they're, again, and so I had to tell them like, I don't know what the target audience is, but like as someone who isn't really exposed to Fortnite, all that does is it makes it hard to see what's going on, right? Um, and one of the issues, and this is why I'm bringing this up, is that these rapid, like the rapid building of Fortnite, like the just because people will like spin around and then just build like entire skyscrapers, right? And then they'd pull off, and then they'd do these like weird jumps off of like jump pads into like 360 no scopes and stuff. And it's hard enough as it is to like watch that content. Like I can play it back and I can appreciate it, and if someone breaks it down for me, I can. But it happens so quickly that it doesn't. Already hard enough that it happens that quickly, but then they're applying all these like these like color filters and these like weird like bokeh effects and stuff, and I have to tell them like if you're designing this for people if you're making these montages just to get validation from like people that play the game, then well, I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's the reality, right? Like the only feedback I can give is as someone who doesn't play the game, or at least at the time didn't play the game. Still, that's not true, but I'm just saying maybe in the future I will. But at least now and then when I was watching these montages, I was like, I can't tell what's going on unless I play this video at like quarter speed. And even then, I can barely tell what's going on because I've watched some, Muselk, gameplay videos and stuff, right? So, anyway, so when you say I don't like building, I don't know what your reason is for that, but I'm very inclined to agree, at least because it makes it very difficult to tell what's going on. But I think that's probably the appeal, right? Like once your eyes can keep up with the like high speed building, I imagine it's a very fun game. Um, yeah, the locations are pointless. Yeah, just build a castle forehead. Yeah, but exactly. Yeah. So anyway, so that just kind of reminded me of that. Like I realize building is part of the identity, so I don't want to say building is stupid, but it's one of those things that definitely makes it hard to get into the game, I think. Yeah. Yeah, which is a shame, but I think that applies to every game, right? Like it's hard to get into Counter-Strike because of like the pinpoint, like the precision, like, FPS skills that you need, but that is the appeal of the game, right? So, in the same way that, the whole hero cartoony, shooter aspects of like Overwatch make it fun for some people, but also make it kind of hard to get into for some other people, right? So, I mean, I realize it's part of the identity of the game, but yeah, it's I mean, I guess you can't please everyone, right? I imagine Fortnite probably, or the Fortnite devs realize that as well. So yeah. I mean, I guess they are trying to please everyone if they're taking out, or if they have a no building mode, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Again, but like, so about those clips though, I tried to give them feedback, like, but I did feel bad because like I'm not qualified to give feedback. Like the most I could tell them was, you know, don't just like barf, particle effects onto your your clips. Some of them were very well made though, to be honest. Yeah. Now there were several. I don't know what part of my stream attracted multiple, Fortnite, montage creators, but like, I gotta respect the initiative to just go and do that, right? like to go and do that, to actually make a video and then like actually upload it to YouTube and then actually ask for feedback. Because you know, several of them, some of them just never came back, but there were several people that did come back multiple times with, you know, new videos or stuff, and I was like, you know, respect, yeah. um, yeah. Well, it's not hard, but it's not. Well, the difficulty isn't in making the video, right? The difficulty is in, you know, motivating yourself to make the video, right? Or pushing yourself to make the video, right? And I think that you know, that is worth recognizing, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so for the people that came back, I tried to give good feedback, but I do, you know, feel a little bad because the reality is I'm not qualified to. And I did try to tell them multiple times. I hope they're doing well. I don't really remember who they were, but I assume if they're not coming by anymore, then they probably are busy with probably making it big, being like montage, like editors or something. Hopefully, yeah. Who knows? Maybe one of these days they'll come back. Probably won't. They probably won't recognize the channel, but I mean, honestly, right? Like you know, like it's not my thing, but I mean, you know, they're putting in the effort. You know, I respect that, right? And then, you know, even more so if they're willing to get feedback from people that honestly, you know, they could just not give a shit about my opinion, but at least some of them, you know, at least were open enough to feedback that they're willing to, you know, incorporate the opinion of people that you know, beyond their like echoing chamber, so to speak, right? So I have respect for that, those people, right? The ones that came back multiple times. People usually aren't that devoted, right? That's true. And again, there were several people at first, but the number of people that came back kind of dwindled over time. But there was fuck, I wish I could remember his name, but there was one specific individual that I think came back several times over the course of multiple months. They had a few videos, so I have a lot of respect for people like that. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of a, you know, a tangent, but the whole point of that was just to say that the building is definitely something I would need to get used to. Yeah. Some cool bundle. This is in Fortnite, right? AKA Butter, if you're looking for a cute anime girl with a cute anime voice, sorry to disappoint. If you get this, feel free to stay. I am studying for for a class. I mean, I guess I'm not really studying for the class. I'm trying to review for a class, but that recently started. But anyway, yeah. So sorry. So Monastery. Yeah, yeah. Cool bundles. Cool bundles. I mean, well, actually, wait. What is a bundle in this case? Do they? I'm assuming what it's so it's cosmetics plus um blurred out. Okay, yeah, thanks. Finally, someone that's understanding. Everyone asks why it's blurred, and I'm like, I don't have permission to publish anything on screen. Like, uh, yeah, yeah. If I was doing like a journal club reading or something, then I could probably show it, just because most of the most papers are published, right? So, at least by the time I'm reading it, they're all published. So I could, but it's like these are lecture notes from the professor. I don't have permission to publish them, or these are, and then this is a textbook. So yeah, I guess the textbook you could barely maybe get away with, but I don't want Griffiths here, coming after me. Anyway, yeah. So that's all there is. Class. So this is electromagnetism and optics. Well, actually, technically, I guess it's an electrodynamics class, is really what it is. Actually, let me see. What is the actual label or title of the class? Let me take a look. Actually, one other side benefit of keeping it blurred is that I can totally just open my class, like the page, and I don't have to worry about doxing myself. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's listed as electromagnetism and I can't talk today. Electromagnetism and optics. Yeah. So it's second semester EM, but so a physics class, right? But it's second semester EM. Except I didn't do super well in first semester. Actually, I'm actually retaking the class. I've already taken it once before. I got a solid F. but I'm taking it again. We're gonna try to do better this time. We're gonna try to do better. Try to get my GPA up a little bit. I kind of need it to if I'm gonna try to apply to grad school. Monastery, welcome back. Yeah. So Monastery, what do you mean by bundle? Like, what does it include besides cosmetics, or maybe it is just cosmetics. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's assorted cosmetics. Okay. Yeah. This. Sorry, speaking of this class, but this is a class I should actually try to do well in, or this is a class that I really need to master the content with, because I work in an AMO physics lab right now, and or I guess I intern in it, right? And AMO is atomic molecular optical, but or yeah, yeah, yeah. So like we work with like optics and lasers and shit. So if there's any physics class I should really need to do well in order to be successful in this lab, it's this class, right? So the professor, my PI is nice though. So he's very nice about like explaining stuff. So it's gone well so far, but it's like I can still afford to retake classes, so I'm gonna try to master it as much as possible while I can. There is a limit, of course, but although I'm planning to ask maybe if I can exactly right, like this is one like quantum mechanics. Okay, that's fun, and you do need to understand, or quantum mechanics does become relevant, but it's like, is that the critical class I need in order to have the foundational information to like do work in this lab? Quantum mechanics is pretty foundational. So quantum mechanics too, but like, or as well, but two isn't as well, not the number, but like, what is a good example? Like, do I need a cosmology class? No, right? I don't need cosmology. I can say F the cosmology class, and my specific the project that I'm working on is a biophysics project. So okay, I should do well in biophysics as well. But like, like I don't need to take a class on like graph theory or something. I don't know if graph theory is as much, but anyway, you get my point, right? Like, I don't need a class on. I don't need to worry about a class about. What is an example? Yeah, like do I need to do well in a quantum field theory class or something? Probably not. Like, it'd be nice, but priorities, right? Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna go back to work. Yeah, yeah. All right, sorry. Actually, what I was gonna mention was that I was gonna potentially ask my PI if it's possible to kind of extend my kind of how long I work there. So like right now we've our tentative plan is just I work there for a year, and then I use that time to reapply to grad school. But I was thinking like my grad school application isn't actually that much better right now, or at least I personally don't think so. So I was gonna ask him if it's possible to actually extend that by another year, just because I did find a good apartment, so I can afford to live in the area for an extra year. But then also, if I can use that time to work with our collaborators. So our collaborators handle more of the bio stuff, but I was like, okay, if I've got AMO physics lab experience, and then I've also got like bio lab experience, like that's going to make a really solid application, right? And hopefully enough of a solid application that they ignore my honestly mediocre grades. They're not shitty, right? I fail some classes, but I pass I pass most of my classes. I do well in some of them. It's like, I think overall it's just mediocre. But you know what I mean. So I need to meet with my PI at some point and ask how feasible that would be. I don't want to stay forever, right? You don't want to get complacent. But at the same time, I also don't want to waste my time applying if I'm not going to get accepted anywhere, right? I'd rather just use that time to focus on, doing or just improving, right? So, anyway, so that as a side note. So while I am working in this lab and while I am planning to apply to grad school, the current plans, I'm not sure. I might not apply immediately. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so just that's all I wanted to say. Yes, there we go. It'll also give me time to develop my VTuber portfolio too. That's not the main goal. Um, well, yeah. I mean, I don't. So just as a caveat, or just as just as a what do you call it? Not a caveat. I guess just to put it out there, like I realize, it's like people come to Twitch to. I don't actually know why people come to Twitch. I actually don't use Twitch that much, but anyway, wait, you're on Twitch, right? Yeah, okay, right. Um, Sorry, because I'm multi-streaming, but yeah, like because if like this isn't your cup of tea, then like no hard feelings, and like I mean, I don't know. At least in my mind, I kind of envision this as like a not as something people watch, but more like people just leave on while they also do work, right? So, if you got something you want to work on, then, feel free to bring it. I try to stream from like, well, I don't know what time it is for you, but essentially from 2 hours ago to about an hour later from now. So my time, that's 8 to 11 p.m. But, so yeah, if you got something to work on, or you could just, do nothing, right? I feel like resting is also the whole goal of this stream, right? Like for me, it's kind of accountability, but so just so I do actually study, right? Because otherwise I'm just gonna keep watching YouTube all evening, right? Like it's a way for me to make sure to at least get a few hours of studying in every day. Um, so it's like a productivity stream in that sense. So, if you want to use it as a productivity stream, then, by all means. And if that's not really interesting to you, then, no hard feelings. I get it. And then also, again, that resting, I feel like does count as being productive. So, if you just want to kind of not do anything, then, you know, cool, right? Yeah. So, yeah, use the stream however you desire. What was I doing? Right, I was listening to this. All right. Oh, really? Oh, nice, nice. It's not even Friday yet, so you got the weekend all open then. Nice, nice. That's fun. Do you have anything planned? Oh, wait, actually, I just realized. One of my colleagues had his birthday this week. I don't know if we planned ended up. Shit. I don't think we planned anything. Ah, let's see. Sorry, let me just check something. We don't have to plan anything. I just feel a little bad. I guess they're already doing something. Okay. Well, we might just go with ourselves. Plan to go out with a few friends. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Awesome. Is it the start of the school year for you as well? Just out of curiosity. What I'm gonna do. I mean, that's kind of, like, that's fine, right? Like, I don't know. I don't plan to do stuff well, actually, well, first of all, I don't really go out with friends, but do I look like I have friends to you? Do you think I'd be streaming on Twitch if I had friends? But anyway, jokes aside, started last week. Oh, okay, cool. So we're pretty much in the same boat then. Our semester started on Wednesday, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, if you're gonna hang out with friends, it's good to just be kind of chill and just just do whatever, right? Yeah, I mean, warranted. There are some things that warrant some planning, but it can get kind of tiring. Let's see. Sorry, friction, chemical farm, yeah, etc. Just put etc. Etc. is such a nice word. Lets you list stuff without actually listing it. Actually, speaking of doing stuff, man, I want to go to karaoke. There's a karaoke place right across from campus. Well, not right across. It's a quarter of a block from campus. Really want to go to karaoke. Anyway. Never done karaoke. It, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm Japanese. I feel like if you're Japanese, then chances are you like karaoke, but it definitely isn't something for everyone, I think. Yeah. I can't say. Dude, if being able to sing was a requirement for karaoke, every place would go out of business. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, now that I think about it, why is karaoke so popular in Japan? Yeah, I'm just kind of curious what the historical reason is. I'm sure there's a video on it on YouTube. I'll have to look it up at some point. Um, yeah, I like karaoke, but I guess what I like, this is gonna sound like a fucking shut-in. But like in my case, like I don't know. Don't like going to karaoke with people. I like going by myself. This sad existence. But anyway, Just because, like, it's so expensive as it is, right? Like the local place, I feel like the cheapest place I've ever seen in Japan is still like $5 an hour by yourself. Unless you go at in the evening and then you go through the morning. The like the 10 o'clock to like 5 a.m. time slot is usually just like a flat like $20, or 20, really it's 2,000 yen, but like it's like usually like a flat fee. But otherwise it tends to be like 500 yen an hour or so. Or I don't know if it's that much anymore. Maybe it's more now actually. But anyway, so naturally, that's a fee per person. So like the more people you get into a room with, the less it financially makes sense, right? Because you're each paying like several hundred yen a person, but you have to wait for each other to finish singing in order to sing, right? So it's like, so it's like, why am if I'm paying this much anyway? I might as well just get a room by myself, right? So I always go solo, and I just, anyway, yeah, yeah. Also, definitely need to get a drink bar. What do you call it? A drink bar plan as well, because otherwise your throat will just die. Yeah, but I like karaoke. But again, I feel like it's one of those things where if you don't really like singing, and I don't mean like don't like if you just don't want to be heard by other people, but you still like singing, then I think solo karaoke is the route. If you literally just don't like singing, period, then it's like there's nothing to be gained from doing it in front of people. Well, I guess there's one thing to be gained, at least in Japan. It's like bonding with your coworkers, right? So there is maybe something to be gained from embarrassing yourself in front of multiple people, but otherwise, I don't think I don't think it's yeah it's an activity that definitely chooses people. Yeah. 야, でもやっぱカラオケ行きてえな。It's also just really expensive to do in the U.S. If only I could go to Japan. Yeah, if only I could pay $1,000 to go to Japan and then just pay more money to go to karaoke. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Uh, but the selection is just better. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. 毎日 exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Need to get into being a VTuber. Well, if we really turn the clock back, then I guess the first VTubers that I watched like regularly were like obviously I remember watching Kizuna Ai and Nojarori Oji-san and well, that's mainly who I was watching at the time. But I I really got into it when like um what do you call it, around Natsuhiro Matsuri's first anniversary or so. It was like winter of 2020. I want to say 2020. Yeah, yeah. It was the winter of 2020, as in like going from 2019 to 2020. Because I was taking I was taking classes and I needed something to like play in the background, and then I stumbled upon the those kind of streams. Um, and so I was watching mainly Natsuhiro Matsuri and Anji Katorina from yeah, and then COVID happened, right? So I was like, and my grades were never really that good, so I was looking for some way to uh, make sure I'd keep studying, and I was like, oh well, why don't I just do a study stream, and then that way, I consistently study X amount of hours a day or something. So that was really the start. And well, as you can tell from what I just said, it's kind of been that way for what, 2 years now. Yeah. Yeah. And that's really all there was to it. Literally, I watched VTubers. I was going to stream anyway. Why not make it a VTuber at the end? Nothing super special. Nothing super special. Awesome. Yeah. Ever stream some study? Really? I mean, I don't think study streams are that rare though, right? I mean, maybe as a VTuber, I don't know, but I've seen like Guedo Tsugaru from Nijisanji does a lot of latest teaching streams. Um, but there are there are a lot of I've seen streams of people where they're just like working on. I mean, they're not studying, but they're working on work, right? So like I've seen like Yumeoi from Nijisanji as well. He's done streams where it's literally just him and he's just working on whatever client he, I guess, whatever he's a singer. I guess he's a singer songwriter VTuber, but he also takes on mixing requests on the side. So he's done streams where he's just doing those requests on the side while just chatting with people. So and then a lot of the Illustrator VTubers I think also do work while they stream, right? So yeah, maybe not studying, but I feel like it's in the same regime, right? I don't know. Yeah. Well, yeah. How about you? What are your hobbies? I mean, here. The reality is, I'm not a very interesting person, and I feel bad. I realize you're trying to throw me a bone here with these questions, but the reality is, I'm a pretty boring person. What about you? Yeah. Like hobbies or hobbies is usually a good start. Oh, fishing. Oh, do you live somewhere like I mean, I guess near water. I guess I guess I don't know. Not you don't have to dox yourself, right? But yeah, fishing. I never got into fishing, but I guess I technically live near water now, so I should maybe try at some point. Um, and actually, so yeah, speaking of fishing, actually, not to go off on too much of a tangent again, but I did a study abroad. I did study abroad for a year during high school, and I went to Japan. Like Japanese guy goes to Japan, what the heck? But anyway, and and the prefecture that I got sent to was essentially well, I was near the water essentially. And I had two host families, but in both cases, they loved fishing. So maybe it's a little stupid that I never got into fishing, even though I was there for an entire year. But yeah, so unfortunately, I never did. I don't think I would have been good at it anyway, but yeah, it was great because remember at least the second host family that I was at, the dad every few weeks during the right season or during the season would go off, like at like 3 in the morning or something. He'd go off and then he'd come back at like the end of the day and he'd bring just this like entire cooler box of like fish that he fished out. It was I remember they got a lot of he got a lot of aji. I don't know what aji is in English. I'll have to Google that at some point. But yeah. So then my host mom would like what do you call it? Well, she'd like gut them, and I guess aji doesn't really need gutting actually, but or maybe it does. I don't know. I don't really know how she processed it, but yeah, that was so good. The sashimi is just so when it's fresh, it's so good. It actually kind of ruined my like what it sucks now because like now like I never used it or it used to be I could never like before I went to Japan I couldn't really tell what like fishiness like I could tell when something was really fishy, but I never really understood like the intricacies. Like I could never really tell when it was like slightly fresh or or if it was like slightly old or something. But I had enough fresh sashimi while I was there that like once I got back and I was like, oh crap, this is what they mean by fishy. This is what they mean by sakanakusai. Shit. So it ruined kind of buying sashimi at the supermarket in the US because I was like, oh great. Yeah, it's not fresh enough. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I can bear with it, but I was like, I had too much fresh fish while I was there. So in that sense, I should really learn how to fish at some point. But yeah, yeah. Somehow I never got into fishing. Does require patience. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, because you gotta like just wait there, right, the entire time. Yeah, yeah. So the university that I go to, actually, they have some agreement with the marina, the local marina, that you can rent like kayaks or something. But I wonder if they also have some agreement for like fishing. I've only ever heard, so I know that students can go like get rent like kayaks for free. Um, but I wonder if they have some agreement for like a discounted like fishing thing. Might ask because you know we're so close to the bay that I don't know. I feel like it'd be strange if there wasn't something, or maybe there's like a fishing club. I might look into that too. Of course, if I had enough time to join a fishing club, I'd probably be getting better grades. But anyway, so do you go fishing with your friends or just by yourself? Yourself? Yeah, I guess that's good. Yeah, good alone time. It's good to have hobbies where you can just kind of do it by yourself. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Nice. 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 Yeah. That's good. Like like bonding with your dad. That's like a it's a fun bonding activity. Yeah. I feel like what did I do with my dad? I guess I went with him to a Zen Buddhist retreat. That was interesting. I don't think it was bad, but interesting choice. Yeah. Hey, we used to watch movies and stuff actually, but try to recommend some old classics, but yeah. Back in. All right, welcome back. Yeah, you missed all of my note taking, my high octane note taking. Yeah. Although I have this bad habit of really gripping the the stylus hard, so I need to let up on that a little bit. Anyone? Yeah. I mean that's good, right? You don't want to force yourself to eat more than you need to. I don't know if it's good actually, because I guess the later you eat, the more likely, you know. Anyway, um, you know, moderation, right? Yeah, yeah. I guess it is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah, moderation. Seems sensible. Yeah, they seem like nice guy. Yeah, I do wonder how people find this channel though. Yeah, stream channel both. I was gonna say stream, but I was like, well, technically, I guess what they're finding is the channel. But yeah, the mystery of Twitch. What do you call it? The Twitch algorithm. God, is in your wait, Twitch is recommending my channel. What were you watching before? Oh yeah, sorry. So Butter. Can I just call you Butter? I guess we'll just call you Butter. But this was so funny. So I think it was yesterday. I can't remember the guy's name, but someone like wandered into the stream and they were like, you know, Monarchy, do you remember what they said? It was something about like, you know, they were like, you know, I can't remember what the phrasing was, but the guy was like, you know, you might want to change your avatar from a girl, because like, you know, like I'm an alpha, so like, and this commenter was talking about themselves, but they're like, I'm an alpha, so you know, I would be okay, but you know, you might want to change your avatar from a girl to a guy, and I was like, okay. I think it was something like that. I don't remember the exact wording, so I don't want to put words in this guy's mouth. But it was such an, I don't know. It was I don't know what to say besides interesting, because I don't want to say it was stupid, right? But it was just like so unexpected that it was interesting in like a really like literal sense. It was like I of all the comments to read, that was really not what I expected type. I don't know. Twitch is an interesting place, I gotta say. Yeah. Yeah. I do wonder what that whole thing was about. I mean, I guess we'll never know unless whoever that was comes back, but um, they didn't seem super keen on the whole productivity. Actually, what was I even doing at the time? Was I just eating or something? I guess I must have just been eating at the time, but uh, just being here. No, there's nothing wrong. I was just kind of like, you know, yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't. It's just Twitch is such an interesting place. I don't know. About when I was watching, I had no clue. I've been on Twitch in about 3 months. Okay, so so Twitch was just like, you know what? Here you go. Have fun. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. I do wonder how the algorithm works. You know, if I do want to turn this into, I mean, I don't want to turn it into a career, but if hypothetically I did want to turn VTubing into a career, stuff like that is something to actually, it's important to comprehend at least somewhat superficially, or maybe not superficially, but even if it's black boxed, you should have some comprehension of like the how the platform functions, be it the algorithm or such, right? So I think trying to at least somewhat understand how the Twitch algorithm is running in the background is important information. But yeah, I wonder how it works back there. Yeah, the world may never know. Yeah. Actually, speaking of Twitch algorithms, I remember when I first started, Twitch would just constantly list me under like reaction channels, like YouTube, like reacting to YouTube video style channels. Um, that was it. I think the algorithm figured it out at some point that that's not what I was doing, but I guess since I was constantly showing my computer screen and like sort of a similar format to what I have right now, but without, well, no, I guess I had the blur at the time. So yeah, I don't know how the algorithm's working. I think it's smarter now, but yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. It's already 1:34. Oh, really? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I mean, like you're not missing anything. Okay, so I guess so. Normally, what I would say is that this stream is gonna be here, every day anyway, so you're not gonna miss anything. Now, I think most of the my regulars are gonna call BS on that because I've missed like multiple days in the past like 2 months. But once the semester gets running, it should basically be daily from you know essentially from around 2.5 hours ago to now, or to 30 minutes later. So you miss a day or two or 10, you're not really gonna miss anything. So yeah, the sleep is more important. Um, yeah, it's better to have a good sleep schedule. Says the person that's been waking up at like 10 o'clock every day, but say do as I say, not as I do, right? Yeah. know, well, well, so during the semester I can't, so I've been having to kick myself up. But during the summer, since I didn't really, I went into work or in the lab, but there wasn't a strict time I had to go in, so I could sleep in until 10 and then just go in at noon and then just work until 8 and then or 6 sometime between 6 and 8 and then I just repeat that. So I could get away with it. But I guess now that the semester started, yeah, I'll have to actually wake up at a sensible time like 7 or something, maybe 7:30. I could probably get away with 7:30. 7? Oh, geez. What time do you have class? Well, actually, wait. This might drag on, but prioritize fixing or going 8:30. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. Ah, that sucks though. 8:30 class. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to sign up for one of those. I got lucky this semester. This EM class. Actually, this is the only one I'm taking this semester, but it's a 10 o'clock class. So if I factor in transit and stuff, I can get away with leaving the house at like 8 and still, make it on time and still, have time to, shit around and stuff. So, yeah, but yeah, no, I would not choose an 8:30 class. The sooner you get it done. I feel like the earlier it is, the more likely you fall asleep during lecture. But to each their own, right? But nonetheless, yeah, if you have a class that early, more the reason to to get to to get some rest or to get go to sleep sooner, right? Obviously I can't force you, but again, I'm gonna try to bring this stream back on its usual daily 8 to 11 or 8 to 11 my time, right? So in your time it would be 11 to 2 or yeah, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. But I'm gonna try to bring it back to that schedule. In fact, I might stream sooner. I don't know. We'll see. But this stream is not gonna go anywhere. So feel free to hit the hay if you need to. Yeah. I need to buy a coffee machine to put in the office. Then I could have coffee right before class. You got tomorrow off. Oh, I guess you did mention that you finished all your course work or your course related work already, right? So, well, I mean, you said you were meeting your friends though, right? I mean, I don't know when that is. Maybe it's just later in the day, but again, I can't force you, obviously, but you know, I mean, I guess whatever the case is, I'm gonna go to bed in about 20 minutes anyway, so yeah. Yeah, you might have tomorrow off, but I definitely have to go to class tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Okay, yeah, that's fair. A lot of this is just math review. All right. Okay. So let's shift from looking at this to looking more at this stuff then. Seems all right. Sounds good. Yeah. So we'll just keep going for another less than 20 minutes. Yeah. Oops. There we go. Oh, wrong place. Just start a new set of notes. So what's up? Well, my because I'm used to their stream time, that stream later becomes so huge. Oh shoot. Okay. Just out of curiosity, what is the stream time? I'm wondering what the I'm just wondering if the time slot had something to do with it. 10 p.m. to 1 PST, around the time now it's like 2 a.m. to. Really? What region does that pick up? Hawaii? Like. Or maybe I'm thinking wrong. They're Australian. Okay. So I should be thinking more like maybe they're picking up like the. What's the time difference between like West Coast and Australia? Is that like an early evening time slot? I guess then like a four to seven time slot maybe. I don't know. Yeah. 4 p.m. Oh, okay. So it's like a late afternoon slot. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I guess before it must have been late morning, midday, and they switched to early or late afternoon. Or okay, early morning, midday. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Although one thing I have always wondered is if how hard or how beneficial it might be to capitalize on the noon time slot. Um, because I feel like at least or of whatever target region, right? Because I feel like people are bound to be fussing with their phone at lunchtime, right? So I've always I do wonder what the numbers are for targeting the noon time slot for streaming. Of course, that means you have to have time at noon to stream, but anyway, um, not too long ago or not long ago. Okay. Cult of the Lamb. So sorry, Cult of the Lamb. That's a game, right? Um, I've just recognized the name. I just don't really know what kind of it's a game, right? Like what I don't really know what kind of game it is, but is it like how does it work? Because it seems to have like Twitch integration too, right? If I remember correctly. Viewers as cult members. Okay. And sorry, what is the goal of the game? Binding of Isaac. Oh, I actually didn't play that game either. All right, yeah, yeah. Butter, thanks for coming by. Take care, stay safe. Have a good evening. I guess, well, we don't really need good luck tomorrow because you're already set, right? But yeah, yeah, take it easy. Have fun whenever you hang out with your friends or whatever. And yeah, I guess, if we don't see you later this week, good work this week. Yeah, let's gotta oyasumi, or yeah, good night. Yeah, let's gotta oyasumi. I'm gonna finish this off to the hour, but yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I haven't played Binding of Isaac. Sorry, I can't pronounce anything today. But so I don't know. But okay, interesting. Um, that's good though. The Twitch integration. I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good compromise between just letting viewers into your game because I know that can introduce a lot of uh, concerns about sniping or getting doxxed or something. If you just design a game that just fundamentally allows viewer interaction, then I feel like it circumvents a lot of those concerns. And it's probably a lot less chaotic than like Twitch plays, right? Yeah. Although I remember correctly, what was that like parkour game where you're like jumping on the top of like trucks and you have to reach the finish line? That also had like a viewer interaction or a viewer like participation component where I think you could like change certain like game settings or something by vote. So I mean, maybe it's not a rare thing, but nonetheless, I think it's a good function. It's been a while, I guess, is the idea. Yeah, that's cool though. Shower, but it's late now. Yeah, well, taking late showers. And I don't know, I feel guilty about it. At least you take a shower. Or at least you have the ability to take a shower. I don't want to have to, bike half an hour to school just to take a shower right now. I'll just go early and take it in the morning. That's kind of part of the reason why I have to wake up earlier. Like I have to wake up at like 7:30 for a 10 o'clock class, right? I gotta bike to school and then, once I get there, I can use the employee shower and I can have breakfast. So, yeah. Oh, I should take some yogurt with me. Anyway. And oh, is your shower noisy? Yeah, that's annoying, but super small. It is what it is, right? Yeah. Uh, yeah, well, you should have thought of that earlier. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do you have work tomorrow? I don't know. If you don't have work tomorrow, then I feel like it's like, well, whatever. Just. Yeah. Nah. Like, who gives a shit? Like, if you're worried about, kind of going to bed dirty, then just clean your bed sheets tomorrow, right? Like, problem solved. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, right. Like Dur forehead, right? Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Although actually now that it's basically about 11 o'clock, so I'm just gonna wrap up here. But I feel like I'm gonna tear my jaw off with all this yawning today. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that tomorrow I might not stream. Yeah, just immediately after I say I want to do better about streaming daily, so immediately talk about not streaming tomorrow. But just because there's a couple things I need to sort out, and in addition to that, there's a group meeting tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna if I'm gonna get home in time. And then also I don't know if we're gonna do like a birthday, like dinner for that coworker that I mentioned earlier. So, um, yeah, so I might not stream tomorrow, but probably Saturday or Sunday evening, somewhere around that range, I'll be back. And then next week, we're going to try to do better about daily streaming. I have everything almost set up in the office to stream from over there if necessary. So it's just the internet has been so unstable in the office recently that I it's been hard to get everything downloaded and set up over there. But it's almost done. It's almost done. I just need to. I think at this point I'm just gonna register all my devices so that I can use Ethernet. So like register them with IT. Um, I didn't want to do that because yeah, but I might have to. Yeah. Anyway, so that's gonna be all for today. So Honesty, thanks for staying to the end. Butter already left, but thanks nonetheless for staying. And anyone else that might be here, thanks for popping by. And I'll catch you guys. Yeah, probably not tomorrow, but maybe Saturday, very likely Sunday, around that range. Yeah, hang in there. One more day of the week. TGIF. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. Anyway, yeah, お疲れ、おやすみ、終わり。